Hey everyone, you are listening to the podcast Trust the Process, a safe space where you will hear from us, women balancing their fitness and health while life goes on. Balanced diet, muscle gain, fat loss, new motherhood, getting back in shape, menopause onset, and so much more. And you are tuned into our latest episode From Cheat to Treat, Rewriting the Narrative. This is your host Yasha, based in Singapore. I'm a cloud technologist, visual artist, a wife, a mother, a dog mom, and most importantly, a fitness enthusiast, often indulging into running, weightlifting, high rocks, and Spartan races.
And this is Shanti. I'm based in Malaysia. I'm a cybersecurity specialist, a wife, a mom to two boys and one dog, a Veena player, an avid reader, a globetrotter, and of course, a fitness enthusiast. Hmm. Today's topic is a very relevant one, especially this week. No, I mean, especially this month. No, wait a minute. I think especially this quarter.
Shanti, please make your mind first.
No, what I mean by that is like we are just back from a heavy Diwali weekend. I think it is safe to assume everyone in the world knows what Diwali is because, yeah, it is celebrated in a lot of major countries, giving a day off as well. And then we are also heading towards Halloween and Christmas, and there's a lot of wedding season happening. So, yeah, I think it's a timely topic.
Right. I understand what you mean. So let's settle for the full quarter, right? Well, a lot of people do dry January, like after all the holidays are done, they will do a dry January. But in this side of the world, we have Chinese New Year approaching in New Year. So, okay, let's say this topic is indeed relevant.
I know, right? So today we are talking about something that shows up in almost every fitness conversation: cheat meals. I'm sure everyone has heard the term. I don't even want to ask, did you hear the term? Because this is a very, very common term amongst all the circles I know. Even whether you're working out or not, people do know what cheat meals are, right? So, Yasha and I, we are going to tackle this. Are they helpful? Are they harmful? When do they support your progress if they do? And when do they derail it, especially during things like festivals, weddings, birthdays, or even holidays? We are going to talk about what exactly is a cheat meal. Should cheat meals exist, or is there a better concept? How cheat meals affect our mind, hormones, and progress? And of course, how to celebrate without guilt or self punishment.
Hmm, that's a lot of topic to discuss deep dive. Yeah, of course, heard the term. Also, a lot of celebrities endorsing this term, that Sunday binge, cheat break, etc., etc. But do we necessarily agree with the term? Well, a few years back, yes, because of lack of knowledge, probably. But now, with more knowledge about body, nutrition, fitness, and the pace to maintain your fitness, I would say I don't use this term anymore. And we will talk about it. Of course, fitness is not about perfection that can be achieved in a fixed period of time, but it is about sustainability.
Agree with all the topics we've been covering so far here on our channel. We always talk about sustainable plans and something that can coexist with your regular life. So, Yasha, let's deep dive into the term and also throw some light on what other term you have replaced with the cheat meal. I'm very, very interested to know that.
Yeah, Shanti, let's do that. Our perspective, yeah? Again, that disclaimer, which I think a lot of our listeners will agree by the end of this episode. Well, first of all, to define, I think a cheat meal is commonly described as eating off plan, foods that don't align with your nutrition or training goals. And that is just a meal or just a day off your goal, yeah? But my problem is with the word cheat. It implies you did something wrong. You broke the rules. You know what? Food has moral values, good or bad, which it shouldn't. I mean, the word cheat associate food with a moral value. And then we label food as forbidden. Our mind becomes more obsessed with it. And this often leads to binge and regret cycles, emotional eating, a feeling of, hey, I'll start fresh tomorrow, or let me start clean eating next Monday, or post this festival, that type of thinking. So the question is, Every time we cheat, are we cheating the diet or are we cheating ourselves out of a positive relationship with food?
Absolutely agreed with you, Yasha. I do think the word cheat feels like something negative or something sneaky, isn't it? And we all bought it until now, thinking we need to be on a diet if we are on a fitness goal, and hence anything diverting from that is considered cheating. I very honestly use the term a lot. Remember, recently I sent you my Sunday cheat meal pic. But you're right. I think unconsciously the negative connotation of the word is probably impacting us adversely. And yeah, a lot of emotions get involved. I'm so happy on Sundays thinking, yay, today's a cheat meal day. And why would you take that pleasure off me, Asha?
No, absolutely not, Shanti. I don't want to take that pleasure away. And you are right with those mixed emotions. But let's reframe the narrative, shall we? Instead of cheat, think of it as a planned indulgence. What you are doing is actually a planned indulgence, Shanti, because I know you plan your Sunday meal, Sunday off meal, off track meal. So, planned indulgence means the food that is chosen consciously, the food that is enjoyed mindfully, and the food that's part of the plan, not breaking it. So you actually planned it. You planned your indulgence, and this removes guilt from the picture because you plan your Sunday for that one meal that you enjoy, and that's where you are not necessarily counting your calories or macros to a micro level. You know what I mean? Because, and I want to say that in bold letters, guilt, not calories, is what causes the most harm. And I'll take my example, Shanti. If I know I have a family dinner or outing on a Saturday night or any other day, I adjust my meals earlier in the day, means from the macros perspective. I stay hydrated, I drink more water. I enjoy the dinner fully, that is, I eat everything served. If I cook, I already ensure healthier options. And I move on to the next day. I have learned it very hard way not to sulk on, oh, I ate so much. So now I tend to move on to the next day. So there's no I ruined everything energy. There's no spirals. It's just balance.
Oh, now that you said with so much clarity, it makes perfect sense. I think my Sunday meals are planned indulgences indeed. Speaking about healthier choices and outings, I do go out on weekends with friends, and then obviously there's drinks and food. But one can always plan those as well, isn't it? Like, I go for a drink that won't put me completely off the next day. And we also know we've done enough experimenting with our bodies. So, how to handle it, we are very, very mindful. And of course, with so many Diwali parties in the last few weeks, it had to be a lot of planned indulgence, if I can pick that term again, right? But not to be confused with watching your indulgent meal too much versus eating that one meal or one day your heart full, right? We're not saying playing control is important, right? Or else indulgence won't mean indulgence if I'm watching out that meal or making it healthier by going above and beyond. I would love to eat my staples or my favorite drink or my favorite food once in a while, and I have no guilt attached to it. Absolutely. Yeah.
Bingo. You brought us to the right point, Shanti. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, yes, indulgence has to live it by its name, shouldn't it? So we are not saying we watch out for that one meal or a day or few days off that we give to ourselves to enjoy what we want to eat. Um, Let me break it into physiological and psychological parts. Physiologically, did you know that occasional high calorie meals can temporarily boost leptin, which is our satiety hormone, and metabolism? However, the effect is small and short lived. I have experimented this on my body recently. You know, when I get stuck with my weight or goals during the body photo shoot program that I'm doing, my trainer gives me a plan indulgence of my favorite food. Um, if I can quote, once he asked me to have a chocolate to bring my cortisol down. And for Diwali, he had asked me to take whole day off diet and eat whatever I want to eat and do not count calories, do not track.
Wow. So that's a tool as well. And it's so informative to understand that, right? Like, But did you enjoy your Diwali indulgence, knowing you weren't well in the past few days? So, how did you handle that?
Oh, so Shanti, it became a forced break of 7 to 8 days where I neither tracked my food nor was able to eat any diet food as I had to rebuild my lost energy. I also had to stay away from all the gyms, workout, and even walks and or steps. Like I was just resting. But to my surprise, my body reset after this break. I'm sure I didn't lose any fat that was targeted in last 2 3 weeks, but my weight is same, and I feel more energetic at the gym. And most important point is I emotionally feel ready to be on my cut diet again for the program that I'm doing. So I think I'm my own example of that indulgence actually works.
Oh, yeah, it's so interesting, right? And I also feel that our bodies are miraculous. Like these breaks from clean eating or be able to eat whatever our heart desires once in a while seems that our bodies are listening to our souls. And one can't be forever on a diet anyway. So we're not talking about that cut phase or a fitness goal or event that we're chasing. We're actually talking about clean and healthy eating all 365 days, but doesn't mean we can't enjoy our indulgences once in a while. So thank you so much for sharing that, Yasha.
Yeah, Shanti, you talked about soul and body connection, that body is listening. So that's what is the second part I was going to bring, which is the psychological effect. This is where so called cheat meals work, in quotes, the most. They reduced feelings of restriction. They help you stay consistent long term. They make lifestyle changes feel flexible instead of rigid. You enjoy the process while trusting it. Trust the process. Um, but they don't work when they turn into binge eating or their emotional coping instead of enjoyment. And if they are used as a reward or a punishment system, that you suffer for this long and then hey, you are free to eat anything and you're just gobbling it up, right? Gobbling the food.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we're saying is that cheat meals work only when they're intentional. They don't work when they are reactionary. But of course, I know a lot of people do use food as a coping mechanism to get out from their low phases, and that is reactionary. Well, I did use the word cheat meal, but now that we are reclaiming the meaning of the term, I would say intentional breaks or planned eating or even treat meals, right? Which could actually be looked forward to in the same way. And having talked about occasions and festivals, here's the big question. Do cheat meals or cheat days help or hurt during festivals or holidays? I mean, we did talk about taking breaks, planning a meal or a day, but what about life events and the seasons of the year? I know you spoke about your break during a health issue and about our planned indulgences, but do you want to add anything more to this, Yasha?
Yeah, Shanti, I would just summarize what we talked about. The current narrative of cheat meals hurt, since you asked what how it can hurt. It hurts when we go into them with all or nothing mindset. I think we have spoken about it in one of the previous episodes also. Something like today I'll eat everything, tomorrow I'll starve or work out more. um, and it also hurts when we use festivals as an excuse to lose control. I In my own family, I have heard people saying that I'm taking 3 months off because it's festival season and I'll think about my health in January. So that, and we feel guilty afterwards and spiral. And believe me, guilt can do more damage than we think. Subconsciously, unconsciously, it is very damaging. And how the current narrative of cheat meals help, we would rather like to call it planned indulgence. They help when we enjoy our cultural foods mindfully and joyfully. We stay connected to the moment. We are conscious that, yes, we are indulging right now and we are enjoying, but we are associating it with how our body is moving, means a walk, a stretch, or a dance. Everything counts. And lastly, we return to the routine very next meal or very next day. We just do not drag it to the next week and next month.
And not even to the next quarter, like so many people we know. But yeah, festivals are about community, happiness, and celebration, and food is such a huge part of our culture. It's not our enemy. And in every country, every culture, food is associated with smiles and celebrations, right? So the goal is not to avoid food. The goal is to avoid regret and compensation cycles. Hence, like everything else, your eating breaks can be planned as well. Wow. Well, it sounds so simple, but do you think it's easier said than done?
Yeah, I wish it was simple. Um, yeah, it needs some discipline, right? But yeah, change of mindset helps a lot. I'm enjoying my fitness journey this time around, and it's different from last few years because of these planned breaks, and I'm not feeling guilty of missing out few times due to valid reasons, like what we talked about earlier. So I would say that mindset brings simplicity to life. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Mindset brings simplicity is such a powerful phrase, right? It is simple, but it's everything. Mindset is everything. Okay, Asha, I think the fun rapid fire has become a thing in each of our episodes now. So I think we should reduce the intensity and play a game now. I will give you a word, and you have to give a practical, realistic strategy around planning the indulgences and staying away from a cheat mindset. All right? So are you game for this?
Okay, sounds like great idea, Shanti. Let's play the game. Bring it on. But do not expect rapid fire here. Give me some time to think.
Okay. Your first word is calories.
Hmm. Don't save your calories. Starving yourself before an indulgent meal leads to overeating.
Oh, yeah, it happened to all of us, right? Second word, protein.
Hmm. Very good. Have protein with indulgence. It stabilizes appetite and reduces overeating.
Oh, love that. That's such an underrated part of your cheat meal, right? People just go ahead and eat whatever they want to, but they don't think about protein. But if you add protein along with your other things that you want to eat, I'm sure you're going to reduce your overeating. So that's great. Third word is water.
You are putting words in my mouth now. All the important words. Okay. Drink water before and after your indulgent meal, or drink 3 to 4 liters of water during your indulgence day. Means drink a lot of water.
Of course, hydration is key, right? We are always stressing on the importance of hydration, whether you are on a cheat or a treat meal, or whether you are on a planned diet or whatever it is. I think hydration is a non negotiator. So, yeah. Now, a word that has to be addressed, mm, overeating.
It indeed needs to be addressed. Okay. Enjoy the first bite with full presence. Savoring reduces craving driven overeating.
Oh, yeah, I
It's
totally agree.
very important to think about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. What this is our favorite workout.
Move a little. A walk after meals is enough. No punishment workouts after your indulgence, please.
I think the punishment workouts, I want to add something over here, right? When people eat something which they are not supposed to, I see that they say, I'm going to do some extra time in the gym, right? That means they're literally punishing the body for eating their favorite meal. But I want to stress this that, people have to remember that if you go to the gym and if you're exercising, it is only a celebration of what your body is capable of. It's how much your body is able to do for yourself, right? But it is not a punishment that you've gone and eaten your favorite chocolate cake. That doesn't work that way. So if people stop thinking and overcompensating and punishing themselves by long and grueling hours in the gym, I think that will save a lot of issues. That's what I wanted to add.
I
And
know,
yeah, what do you
I
think
know.
about that?
Yeah, I mean, a few years back, I was using this kind of language that, hey, I ate a cake, I'm going to run it off, right? I want to
Yeah.
cancel it by doing a 5 kilometer run. Bodies don't work like that, right? We're unnecessarily putting them on stress. I mean, it's tough to fight that mindset, but slowly, gradually, we are getting there. that if you have enjoyed an indulgence, then just enjoy it. Don't cancel it by rushing for a run or a gym. Again, I think our bodies follow how our mind works. So yeah, I agree what you said, Shanti.
Absolutely. And the last word of this rapid fire, routine.
Oh, wow, all the good words. Okay, what I'll say about routine is return to routine the very next meal or the very next indulgent day. Do not think about start over Monday, start over next month.
I always say this to all my friends, and they say, after all these 10 days of partying, and maybe I'll start the next month or the first of another month. But I think you're absolutely correct. Your chance of correcting your diet, it's in your hands. It happens in the next meal and not on the first of a month or the next Monday. So, yeah, get back to your routine, guys. Oh, I enjoyed the
Absolutely.
round. I hope our audience did too. What do you think?
Me too. It was so much fun. And I hope these realistic strategies stay with you all while this festive season is around, or the festive quarter, if I may say.
Yes, and our episode summarizes that cheat meals are not about food. They're about psychology, consistency, and emotional awareness. So instead of cheating, let's choose conscious enjoyment.
Indeed. I think we should bold these sentences. Another one, fitness is not a cage, it is a relationship with yourself. So, if we can learn to enjoy celebrations without guilt or return to our rhythm with confidence, that is what true wellness is. And we are not saints, we are also trying to practice this every day.
Absolutely. And we learn every day, right? So, yeah, I think we have covered. This was a short and sweet episode. I'm sure the audience would really appreciate it, uh, considering the timeliness of this topic. Go ahead, enjoy the festival season, enjoy the wedding season, and the last few months of the year. Absolutely. Do not call it a cheat meal, just enjoy it, and with that, we come to the end of our episode. Do write back to us in the comments on how you found this episode of ours. And follow us on your preferred platform, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and even on YouTube. Do leave us a review if you loved this chat and get busy planning your next indulgence. Don't cheat, but plan your meals.
Absolutely. Don't cheat, but plan your meals. Eat clean, eat happy, stay fit, stay positive while trusting the process. See you again.
See you. Bye bye.